Forge Kick! Brooklyn, let's go! I'm still a hard man, let's go! Hard! Alright, audio is good. Audio is Gucci. We would say Gucci. Let's go! Let's go! Interdimensional Lizard! Good morning! Good morning! Good morning. Just let me show real fast. Unfortunately, Forty Main. What's up, Code of Truth? Hard man! Let's go! Good morning. Forge morning. Unfortunately, this should be a Red Dead Redemption 2 stream, but I can't find my fucking disc. So, hard man! Yes, sir. It's unfortunately very hard to find right now. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. So, good morning! Morning, Tree Master Bob! Let's go! It would be a Red Dead Redemption 2 stream, because that's how the cycle goes. But I can't find it, so I'm just going to have to just go with this right now until I find it. But that's fine! Because that prolongs the Red Dead Redemption 2 series being the longest series on the channel. Still. LARPer! Good morning! Okay, well. Getting a little lightheaded from getting a little lightheaded there, guys. Oh, man. I hope everyone's doing fine. Not fine. I don't hope you're just doing fine. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing swell. Alright? I hope you're doing marvelous. You know who's not doing marvelous right now? That fucking guy, like, the second attempted, bro, like, it's so crazy. Like, it reminds me of, like, the theories that Trump was a time traveler, and that's how he could go, but he knew everything, and, like, had these contingencies and stuff. I said it as a meme, like, yeah, he's a time traveler, like, you know, but no, now it's like, maybe this motherfucker really is a time traveler, and I don't even believe in time travel. I think that's science fiction nonsense, but who knows, man? Who knows now? He's survived twice. But maybe it's just how bad and, like, incompetent the people are. Monograph made a video that's about that, bruh. No Trump nonsense, okay. But, I mean, he could be a time traveler, that's all I'm saying. But, I think it's just really, like, the incompetence of, the people, you know, that attempted XYZ, XYZ. Okay, so we're on chapter 4 of Butcher's Crossing. Now, he's not, and that's dumb as fuck. What the fuck was Toxic Angel streaming about earlier? Some StreamYard Chomo Nogs? Tree Master Bob, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, he put my chat on stream, all I said was like, what's up, TA? But yeah, I guess it's like some nogs. I don't know who they're around. I don't know. I asked him, what part of the internet are these people from? And he just never responded, and then the stream died. Did I post it to X? Its name is X, and you don't call it Telegram, and don't dead name X, okay? X is cooler. X is edgier. If anything, Twitter's gay, you know? Alright, so I'm back. Oh, sorry, right-wing extremists on Telegram. That's it. Oh, no, already did that. Alright. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Alright. So I just gotta turn my Bluetooth off. Okay, and I'm back. Right? Because I could read chat last time as I did this. Okay, there we go. It's Twitter. X is emo and gay. It's not true! Whatever Toxic was doing, it was based. Yeah, he's exposing some nogs, bro. Some, like, Muslim streamers, red pill streamers, like Andrew Tate type nogs, I guess. I mean, same thing, right? That Ryan guy, though, he's just as sus as the first. Yeah, dude, I do not like, what the his name's not, is it Ryan? No, it's JD. I can't, like, I don't trust JD Vance. I don't trust JD Vance, just like I didn't trust, Mike Pence. Mike Pence was based at first, and then he was just, like, a total cuck at the end. JD Vance is just like a cuck from the beginning. But yeah. And, like, I could see, like, because he's going to win the election, right? And then it's going to happen, and it's going to be like JFK2, Electric Boogaloo. It's going to be wild. That's what I think. Well, JD Vance is his third legal name, so being sus is just prudent. All right. Thank you, LARPer, for that. I'll pin it. I'll pin it for chat. Thank you for that. I'll pin it for chat. How about that? All right. So this stream is also brought to you by Audible! Audible, the best audiobook fucking library on the entire where you can get books at. Trump is behind in most polls, but the disappointment should be amusing to me when you're surprised. All right. This is not about politics, okay? But this is all about being brought to you by Audible. Now, on the last chapter, they were what's his face? Hold on. This guy was trying to find. He was going to Nevada or some shit. I don't know, but he's trying to find a guy to help him go on a buffalo expedition. Okay, this is Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. So this is gonna be like, I'll go back 30 seconds. If I go back 30 seconds, we're in chapter 3.
Ain't I coming with you? I'll be busy.
I'll be busy.
Take care of you for a week. Charlie
It is a die you drink stream.
And then whipped the bill out of Miller's hand, crushed it, and thrust it into his shirt pocket. Wait, I'll be pulling out early in the morning.
Oh yeah, he met Miller and Charlie Hodge. If I hear a lighter, I'm going to die laughing. No, I haven't smoked. I really haven't smoked since my last Wukong stream. Because I was like, man, I've been wanting to play this game, and I can't play it high. Like, come on. No, that was not a lighter. This is Sour Punch mini bites. Ya bastard. Alright.
So,
Oh yeah, you met Miller and Charlie Hodge. Okay, so
I won't see you till I get back, but Charlie...
is the book alright? Can you hear the book?
Good night.
If I'm not talking?
Said. Charlie Hodge grunted and looked at him somberly. Good night, ma'am, Andrew said to Francine and bowed slightly, awkwardly from the shoulders. Good night, Mr. Andrews, Francine said. Good luck. Andrews
Book
turned
good.
from them and
I can
walked
hear.
across the hall.
Thanks.
It was nearly deserted, and the pools of light on the rough plank floor and the hewn tables seemed sharper, and the shadows about those pools deeper and more dense than they
L
had
this
been
way.
earlier. He walked through the saloon and out onto the street. The glow from the blacksmith shop had all but disappeared, and the lanterns hung on the poles in
I don't
front
want to
of
go
the brick
see
stable had
this
burned
nigga again.
down so that only rims of yellow light spread from the bottoms of glass bulbs. The few horses that remained tethered in front of the saloon were still, their heads slumped down nearly between their legs. The sound of Andrew's boots upon the boardwalk was loud, echoing. He went into the street and walked across to his hotel. Chapter 4.
Chapter 4, here we go. Let's
A
go!
few days after Miller left Butcher's Crossing for Ellsworth, Andrews spent much of his time in his hotel room. He lay on the thin mattress of his narrow bed and gazed at the bare walls, the roughly planked floor.
Oh, Francine. I forgot they mentioned Francine. Francine is like the bar whore.
The flat, low ceiling. He thought of his father's house on Clarendon Street, near Beacon and the River Charles. Though he had left there with his portion of an uncle's bequest less than a month before, he felt that the house in which he had been born and in which he had lived his youth was very distant in time. He could summon only the dimmest image of the tall elms that surrounded the house and of the house itself. He remembered more clearly the great dim
I hate there's no auto travel in
sofa
this.
covered
I mean,
with dark red velvet
like,
upon which he had lain on summer
follow.
afternoons. His cheek
I have to
brushed
take
by
a
the
fucking
heavy
wagon.
cloud, his eyes following until they were confounded the intricately intertwined floral design.
That's why I really wanted to play Red Dead 2, is because I don't have to constantly press X. What? What'd you say to me? You just made it my problem, bitch! You can hold X. Oh, what the fuck? Fuck! You can hold X. Okay, I'll just hold it. Fuck! Hello. Oh, what the fuck? Drink. Tap to increase speed, but hold to maintain. It's bullshit, dude. It didn't even shoot you, man. Yeah, faggot. Shoot you in the leg. How about that? I'm stuck on this tree. Oh no. I didn't even get bad points for that. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Yeah, but like on what the fuck? On Red Dead 2, if you hold X and then you go cinematic mode, it'll fucking the horse will just go, you know. You can set the controller down. Bounty? What the fuck? You can just set the controller down and the fuck it'll just go to where you want, you know. Bitcher's cross dress. Chauncey Fatsack has entered the chat. Let's go! Shaggy, no! Good morning, bro. How you doing?
Carved upon the walnut frame of the sofa. As if it were important, he strained his memory. Beside the sofa, there had been a large lamp with a round, milk-white base encircled by a chain of painted roses. And beyond that,
alright, I'm holding X now. Not smashing X.
During her grand tour.
I gotta take a drink.
But the image would not stay with him. Unreal, it thin like blown fog. And Andrews came back to himself.
Forge.
In a crudely built frame hotel in Butcher's Crossing.
Bitcher's
From
Crossing.
that room, he could see nearly all the town. When When he discovered that he could take the gauze-covered frame out of the window, he spent many hours sitting there, his arms folded on the lower
Y'all got
frame,
treasure over here?
his chin resting on one forearm.
I don't know who I'm supposed to be killing, honestly.
His gaze alternated between the town itself, which seemed to move in
Okay,
a
like,
sluggish
how am I supposed to know?
like the pulse of some brute existence, and the surrounding country. Always, when his gaze lifted from the town, it went westward toward the river and beyond.
Ride horse.
In the clean, early morning light, the horizon was a crisp line, above which was the blue
Oh,
and
sorry,
cloudless
dude.
sky. Looking at the horizon,
Not sorry.
sharply defined and with the quality of
Yeah,
absolute,
bitch.
he thought of the times when, as a boy,
Oh,
he stood
but also, besides the Trump stuff, Diddy got arrested by the feds. Let's go. The Diddler's going to jail. He's gonna Epstein himself. Let's go. It's Murray and Mertz now.
on the rocky coast of Massachusetts Bay and looked eastward across the gray Atlantic until his mind was choked and dizzy at the immensity he gazed upon. Older now, he looked upon another immensity in another horizon, but his mind was filled with some of the wonder he had known as a child. As if it were an intimation of some knowledge he had long ago lost, he thought now of those early explorers who had set out upon another waste, salt and wide. He remembered hearing of the superstition.
The Diddy Kitty Euros
Them
pipeline
to
is
a
real.
sharp brink and
Truth
sail over
revealed.
all further from the world in space and darkness. The legends had not kept them back, he knew. But he wondered how often in their lonely sailing they had intimations
Alright, what the
of
fuck?
depthless plunge, and how often they were repeated in their dreams. Looking at the horizon, he could see the line waver in the rising heat of the day.
Where are they?
By late afternoon, with the rising winds, the line became indistinct, merged with the sky. And to the west
Euros
was a
is in
sea
love with Matt Dog and various
whose
other
limits and
trains of
extent
this
were
sector.
undefined.
It's true.
And as night came upon the land, creeping from the brightness sunk like a coal in the western haze, the little town that held him seemed to contract as the dark expanded, and he had at moments when his eye lost the point of reference.
Shanti, if you ever make your way back to Discord, I sent you something hilarious a month or so ago that you'll definitely find amusing. Well, you know what I find really amusing right now? Come back between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. Fuck! What time is it now? I can't see because there's a chat in the way of the fucking pocket watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost 5 o'clock. Son of a bitch.
In their deepest
It's
fear.
10:45. No.
But a light would flicker on the street below him, or a match would flare, or a door would open to let lantern light gleam on a passing boot, and he would again discover himself sitting before an open window in his hotel room, his muscles aching from inactivity and strain. Then he would let himself drop upon his bed and sleep in
What?
another darkness that was more familiar and more
46
safe.
now. What is this nigga doing sleeping?
Occasionally he would interrupt his wait by the window and go down into the street.
I'm trying to remember what's going
And the
on.
few buildings in Butcher's Crossing broke up his view of the land so that it no longer stretched without limit in all directions. Though at odd moments he had a feeling as if he were at a great distance above the town, and even above himself, gazing down upon a miniature cluster of buildings, about which crawled a number of tiny figures, and from this small center, the land stretched outward endlessly, blotched and made shapeless by the point from which it spread. But more usually, he
Trump derangement syndrome. None of these liberals can shoot. I can't shoot right now. I'm trying to shoot a bird.
as if by the impulse of an erratic but rhythmical tide.
I'm not a liberal
Down
though.
the street, in and out of stores, paused,
It's a video
and went
game.
swiftly again, adjusting his motions
It's a
to
fucking
those of the
bird.
people he moved among. Though he sought nothing in his mingling, He had odd and curious impressions that seemed to him important.
Got him.
Because he did not seek them. He was not aware of these impressions as they occurred to him, but in the evening, as he lay in darkness on his bed, they came back to him with the force of freshness. He had an image of men moving silently in the streets amidst the clatter of sound that was extraneous to them, that defined rather than dispersed their silence. A few of them wore guns thrust carelessly in their waistbands, though most of them were.
Okay, I think the guy's going to the bar to meet, he's the Buffalo guys that said they'd take him, are at this bar, so Tiger Law, I meant Ruger. I think he's going to meet these guys to talk about this Buffalo, and I think
Went unarmed. In his image, their faces had a marked similarity. They were
brown faces. These are, it's the description of all these other Buffalo expedition guys in the bar. Pretty sure. 5 a.m. They said 5 p.m. Fuck! Should just kept going this way.
eyes lighter than the skin had a way of looking slightly upward and beyond whatever they appeared to gaze at. And finally, he had the impression that they moved naturally and without strain, in a pattern so various and complex that his mind could not grasp it. A pattern whose secret passages could not be forced or
Whoa.
opened by the will. During Miller's absence, he spoke of
You're
some
much less
volition
mellow
only
since
three
laying off
persons:
the weed. Well, thank you.
Francine, Charlie Hodge, and McDonald. Once he saw Francine on the street. It was at noon when few people were
Francine.
about. She was walking from Jackson's saloon toward the dry goods store, and they met at the entrance, which was directly across the street from the hotel. They exchanged greetings. And
Smoked some
Francine
gunpowder.
asked him if he had got used to the country yet.
Well, buddy, once I quit smoking weed, which I'm on the way. I haven't smoked in like, I don't know, since that last stream. And then I'll quit smoking cigarettes. What do you think about that, bud?
As he replied, he noticed minute beads of sweat that stood out distinctly above her full upper lip and caught the sunlight like tiny crystals. They spoke for some moments,
Okay.
and an awkward silence fell between them. Francine stood solid and unmoving before him, smiling at him, her wide, pale
Dude, the
eyes
donkey!
blinking slowly. At last he muttered
No.
an apology and walked away from her up the street as if he had someplace to go.
Away!
He saw her again early one morning as she descended the long
Be free, you wild ass! Be free!
She wore a plain
Oh, come on.
gray dress with the collar unbuttoned at the throat, and she came down the stairs with great care. The stairs
We must protect the donkey.
so that she watched her feet as she placed them precisely at the center of the thick boards. Andrew stood on the board sidewalk and watched her come down. She did not wear a hat.
You bastard.
And as she came out of the shadow of the building,
What the fuck?
the morning brightness combed her loose, reddish-gold hair and gave warmth to her pale face. Though she had not seen him as she came down, she looked up at him without surprise when she got to the sidewalk.
I haven't smoked weed in 5 months, but that's just tolerance break and
She
break for my
nodded and
lungs.
smiled. She remained facing him with one hand still on the rough wooden banister of the stair. She did not speak. "You're up early this morning," he said. "There's hardly anyone
Can't
on
wait
the
to drink
street.
some beer again.
When I get up early, I take a walk sometimes." "All alone?" She nodded. "Yes. It's good to walk alone in the morning. It's cool then. Soon it will be."
Francine is German.
And the hunters will be in town, and I won't be alone at all. So, in the summer and fall, I walk when I can in the morning. "This is a beautiful morning," Andrew said.
Lark will use it as a flower vase.
"It's very cool." "Well," Andrew said doubtfully, and started to move away. I suppose I'll lead you to your walk. Francine smiled. and put
Fishbowl.
his hand on his arm. No, it's all right. You walk with me for a while. We'll talk. She took his arm and they walked slowly up and down the street, speaking quietly, their voices distinct in the morning stillness. Andrews moved stiffly. He did not look often at the girl beside him, and he was conscious of every muscle that moved him with her. Though afterward he thought often about their walk. He could not remember anything they said.
Larper keeps her boyfriend in a
He saw
fishbowl
Charlie
because he's a
Hodge
beta,
more
get it?
frequently. Usually their conversations were brief and perfunctory, but once, casually in a remote connection, he mentioned that his father was a lay minister in the Unitarian Church.
Beta!
Charlie Hodge's eyes widened, his mouth dropped.
What the fuck, man?
incredulously,
Go.
And his voice took on a new note of respect. He explained to Andrews that he had
Bro,
been
what is this
saved by a
bullshit?
traveling preacher in Kansas City and had been given a Bible by that same man. He showed Andrews the Bible. It was a cheap edition.
What do you
Several
mean?
pages torn. A deep brownish stain covered the corners of a number of the pages. Charlie explained
Bruh.
that this was blood, buffalo blood, that he had got on the Bible just a few years ago. He wondered if he had committed
joke.
by accident.
I also don't like fish.
Andrews.
I got another
assured him that
puppy.
he had not. Thereafter, Charlie Hodge was eager to talk. Sometimes he even went to the effort of seeking Andrews out to discuss.
Oh, I wasn't even at the fucking... I thought I was at the place. Look how far away I am. Fucking retard.
Almost to his surprise, it occurred to Andrews that he did not know the Bible well enough to talk about it, even on Charlie Hodge's terms.
Charlie Hodge.
Had not, in fact, ever read it with any degree of thoroughness. His father had encouraged his reading of Mr. Emerson, but had not, to his recollection, insisted that he read the Bible.
Whoa.
Somewhat reluctantly, he explained this to Charlie Hodge. Charlie Hodge's eyes became lidded with suspicion. And when he spoke to Andrews
You
again,
suspicious there,
in
pal?
the tone of evangelism rather than equality. As he listened to Charlie Hodge's exhortations, his mind wandered away from the impassioned words. He thought of the times, short months before,
I don't have
when
nothing
he
to
had
bring
been
my...
compelled to be present each morning at 8 at King's Chapel in Harvard College. To listen to words
Bring my
much
dead eye
like the
back.
words to which he listened now. It amused him to compare the crude barroom that smelled of kerosene, liquor, and sweat to the austere, dark length of King's Chapel, where hundreds of soberly dressed young men gathered each morning to hear the mumbled word of God. Listening to Charlie Hodge, thinking of King's Chapel, he realized quite suddenly that it was some irony such as this that had driven him from Harvard College, from Boston, and thrust him into this strange world.
Oh, this is how you can fast travel. Wow.
Comfortably at home.
Never figured that out.
Sometimes after listening to the droning voices in the chapel and in the classrooms,
I don't even know what
he had
that's
fled
by,
the
so...
confines of Cambridge to the fields and woods that lay southwest.
Porta Ogoio.
There, in some small solitude,
Cholera?
standing on bare ground, he felt his head bathed by the clean air.
I might as well just fucking go like this.
Space. The meanness and the constriction he had felt were dissipated in the wildness about him.
Sounded like lighter there in
The
the
phrase
inhale.
from
Nope.
the lecture by Mr. Emerson that he had attended came to him. I become a transparent eyeball.
Impossible, because I have to hold X and then I have to have movement on the other controller
A current of some nameless force
to move.
through him.
So that's impossible. I can't flick a lighter at playing this game right now.
Cambridge streets, he was a part and parcel of God, free and uncontained. Through the trees and across the rolling landscape, he had been able to see a hint of the distant horizon to the west. And there, for an instant, he had beheld somewhat as beautiful as his own undiscovered nature. Now, on the
Prickly
flat prairie
pear.
around Butcher's Crossing, he regularly
Hey,
wondered,
you little
as if
bastard.
the chapel was to his liking, or King, or Jackson's saloon.
Got
On
him.
one such sojourn,
Blew that little
the day
bastard
after
away.
Butler had left Butcher's Crossing, and on the day before he returned, Andrews went for the second time down the narrow, rutted road toward the river. and on an impulse turned off the road onto the path that led to McDonald's shack. Andrews walked through the doorway without knocking. McDonald was seated behind his littered desk. He did not move as Andrews came into the room.
At least I was home and could bail water into the tub.
Cleared his throat angrily. I see you come back. Yes, sir, Andrews said. I promised I would tell you if... McDonald waved his hand impatiently. Don't tell me, he said. I already know. Come on.
McDonald.
Chair. Andrews got a chair from the corner of the room and brought it up beside the desk.
Very true.
You know? McDonald laughed shortly. Hell yes.
Be right back. Having a meeting. Alright, have a good meeting there, buddy.
He gave Miller $600 and you off on
We'll be here.
a big hunt up in Colorado, they say.
We'll be here.
Go in, Andrews said.
Thank you.
Laughed again. You don't think you're the first one that Miller's tried to get in on this deal, do you? He's been trying for 4 years.
Okay, so McDonald's telling him, Andrews, I think, is his name-o, that McDonald here has been trying to convince people for 4 years to go do this. But it's such a long expedition, like, no one wants to do it. Or they don't have the money or the resources.
Maybe more, ever since I've known him anyway. By this time, I thought he'd have stopped. Andrews was silent for a moment. Finally, he said, it doesn't make any difference. You'll lose your tail, boy.
Hold on, what did he say his name was?
Miller saw them bump, Andrews said.
Andrews.
McDonald laughed again.
My fish survived. I donated him to a pet
Get
store.
in on this deal, do you? He's been trying for 4 years, maybe more.
Fuck, I didn't want to do this guy's mission again. We did him last time. Fucking De Santa Ana. Fucking Spick.
Eres llorón, maricón. Me das asco. Hablas lealtad, pero eres transparente. Estarás aplaudiendo cuando mi cabeza está empelado, ¿verdad?
No, mi excelencia. Mis hombres y yo estamos trabajando noche y día por su honor.
¿Honor? ¿Qué eres, un muchacho? Jovencito, sin vergüenza. ¿Qué diablos este cabrón?
That's the man who helped us defeat Reyes. The man I spoke to you of. A friend of Mexico.
Hello, sir.
Hola, gringo. So you are the bounty hunter, huh? Have you found your prey yet?
No, sir.
Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine.
Perhaps, but it isn't so.
Perhaps I should tie you to a horse and let it drag you around town. Or let the dogs fight you, huh? Then see what you say.
I'd say the same thing. I'm here to bring 2 men to justice. Nothing more. Your politics or ideas of entertainment are not my concern.
Yeah, I suppose not. Pero son tuyos. Sinceramente, espero que me encontraste alguna compañía más interesante que esa bruja que me traíste anoche.
Let me ask you this, sir. Do you know anything of the men I'm looking for?
Escuela de Estudios. My father was in France. As a labor, men like that are natural allies for Reyes. My people have lived and worked here for 100
One
years.
seen Bronx beats.
Civilization.
No, I think he might have died, bro.
These fucking monkeys despise us. We brought them God, and they turned their back on him. Now I fight to help them from themselves, to save them from themselves. I see in their faces that they would kill me if they could. They see only a tyrant. That is the way it is. These people need a ruler.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Sorry? Why be sorry? It is a way of mankind. A fight between two forces. Que será. What will be, will be. But I know one thing, Senor Marston. Force, force, must be used if you're to have your own way.
I'm sure.
Now, perhaps you can do me a favor while I find these men for you.
After we find the men, then I'll help in any way I can.
You are in no position to negotiate. Now, por favor, a bunch of these idiots men are fighting at Tesoro Azul. Now you head there and you lend your support. Baboso, ¿cuántas veces voy a decirte? No ponga detrás de mí. ¿Qué eres, cabrón? No está mi sombra. Vaya.
I sent some men ahead. We will meet them there.
Bro, yeah, like, I do Butcher's, it's kind of more, like, you know, the ending isn't as bad. I mean, it's kind of like one of those endings, but it's not, like, as fucking awful as, like, the end of Base Meridian, you know? Return to Descent. Oh, yeah, look, he's about to get away from me. But, yeah, Butcher's Crossing by John Williams is pretty good. If you don't want to... Got you, bro. I got you, man. One sec. I actually just did an upload of reading some shit that, it was kind of staticky and, like, the mic was popping. Like, not popping it like it's hot, like it was, like, popping, like throughout the whole thing. You got poop in the mic hole on your sped phones. Pretty much, bro. So, bro, like, if you don't want to finish, or if you don't finish this book, there's a movie with Nicolas Cage in it. Nicolas Cage is in the movie fucking of Butcher's Crossing, which, you know, Nicolas Cage is in it, is pretty good. Loose Wire, maybe. It might be. I'm like listening to it right now, kind of back to make sure that. So, like, when I'm, like, pausing, I'm, like, listening to myself because I'm over-talking myself in my own ear. I'm just looking at failed on the screen. You abandoned De Santa Ana. Alright. But, yeah. I had to turn my Bluetooth back on. crazy guy, super zealotous Christian who's like crazy. You know, that's Charlie Hodge.
Andrews was silent for a moment.
Bar horror that Miller fucks, I guess, and Andrew
Make any difference?
falls in love. So I'm not gonna say nothing.
Tail, boy. Go. Miller saw them buffalo. He saw them at all 10, 11 years ago. There's been a lot of hunting since.
Failed. Now, Miller saw this herd of buffalo about 10 or 11 years ago, and he's been trying to get people to fucking go on an expedition for 4 years now, alright? So, I think we're pretty much caught up to speed.
Then the herds are scattered.
I didn't come here to kill your people.
I'll have to pause it because they're fucking talking.
Maybe that is why your Alos keep escaping from you.
These men and women are farmers.
I thought you were a cowboy.
Come on.
Oh, it's a fucking race? Oh, if it's a fucking race, I'm a smoky, bro.
You might find a few old strays.
Killer Miller Biller Tatanka.
Get your money back.
Let's go.
Andrews shrugged. It's a chance. Maybe I won't. You could still back out.
Let's go.
Donald said. Look. He leaned across the table and pointed a stiff index finger at Andrews. You back out. Miller will be mad, but he won't make trouble. You can get $400-500 back on the stuff you laid out for me. Hell, I'll buy it from you. And if you really want to go out on a hunt, I'll fix you up. I'll send you out on one of my parties from here. You won't be gone more than 3 or 4 days, and you'll make more off those 3 or 4 days than you will off the whole trip with Miller.
Very important conversation.
My word.
Buffalo hunt, yes.
Mr. McDonald, I thank you very much. Well, McDonald said after a
The
moment,
rebels will all die.
I
They're
didn't
alive.
think you'd
They have
back
failed
out.
me. And the
You
rebels will all
stubborn
die.
knew that
So,
when I
I
first
guess
saw
we
you.
ain't taking any prisoners then.
It's your money,
Make
none
the
of my
suffer.
business.
Shown that we will not tolerate the
They were
rebellion any
silent
longer.
for a long
They're
while.
animals. We will slaughter them accordingly.
Andrews said,
Basically, Andrews got his inheritance from his dad to go out west and fucking make something of his life, and McDonald was nice to fucking his dad back in Boston or some shit.
I hope you fight better than this little girl, Gringo.
So his dad wrote him a letter to go see this McDonald guy who didn't even fucking remember him to begin with, and with his like life savings to like make something of himself. So McDonald tells him, hey, you know, you can go with me and it can be 3 or 4 days and you can make a lot of money. But Miller's like, well, really, I know a place, but you know, we'll be gone for a little bit longer than that. We'll be back in a month. All right.
and at last, well, I wanted to see you before I left. Miller will be coming back tomorrow or the next day, and I won't know when he'll take off. He got up from the chair.
Old McDonald had a farm, basically.
One thing, McDonald said, not looking at him. That's rough country you're going up in. You do what Miller tells you. He may be
Fuck!
a son of a bitch, but he knows the country.
E-I-E-I-O.
Listen to him. Don't go thinking you know anything at all. Andrews nodded.
It's a drink.
He went forward until his thighs pressed against McDonald's desk, and he was bent a little above McDonald's disheveled face. I hope you do not think I am ungrateful.
I see ya, niggas.
You are kind. I have my best interests in mind. I am truly indebted. McDonald held his oil, and now it hung incredulous. His brown eyes were watching. Andrews turned from him, walked out into the shadow.
Just like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
In the sunlight, he paused. He wondered if he wished to go back to the town. Unable to decide, he let his feet carry him vaguely along the wagon track.
Foot Clan.
There he hesitated for a moment to turn first one way and needle of a compass to settle discovers its point. He believed and
Oh, fuck. Fuck!
yielded to it would direct him aright, not indifferent to
Dead.
the way he walked. But he felt that only during the few days that he had been in Butcher's Crossing had nature been so purely presented to
Don't
him
want to
that
hear
its power
Ghost
of
scream.
compulsion was sufficiently strong to strike through his will, his habit, his idea.
Scream fuck.
He turned west, his back toward Butcher's Crossing and the towns and
Fuck.
that lay eastward beyond it.
Fuck. Fuck.
He walked past the clump of
I'm going in knifing them, bros. Fuck these. Fuck them. Fuck them up. We're in the UK. Oh.
that lay between himself and the wildness and the freedom that his instinct sought. The mounded banks of the river rose abruptly up, though the road ascended less steeply in a gradual cut. Andrews left the road and went into the prairie grass, which whipped about his ankles and worked beneath his trouser legs and
Haga, 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 haga.
he paused atop the mound, looked down at the river. There was a thin muddy trickle of the flat rocks which crossed it. But above and below the road,
No, don't bring my horse into this. He's gonna die.
little sun. He turned his body a little to the left, and along the steep road that led back to Butcher's Crossing. Looking out at the black features of land, which he seemed
Oh, it's my buddy. Can't tell the difference.
so he stood without moving. He realized that the idea was only a stratagem for ruse upon himself, palliative for ingrained customs and use. No business led him where he looked where he would go. He went free upon the plain in the western horizon, which seemed to stretch without interruption toward the setting sun. And
Oh, that's not reload.
thousands of cities in it of enough consequence to disturb him. He felt that wherever he lived and wherever
The farmer in the dale. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, get off the. What the fuck? What was that?
he felt that
Why are you climbing the fucking wall, bro? Like. Bruh. I've switched to environmental law. I don't think people in this meeting would appreciate his brand. Well, this is why the volume is insanely low right now. Well, he's fucking climbing on a wall like a fucking retard. What the fuck, man? This stream is brought to you by Audible. That's my brand. What do you think about that? Remember, this stream is brought to you by Audible. Audible, the best streaming books library you can ever find. Audible has over a library of 50,000 titles that you can choose from and download easily. Yes, Audible is there for you, kind reader. Or listener.
was the central meaning behind all his life. And it seemed to him then that all the events of childhood had led him unknowingly to this moment upon which he was as if before time. He looked at the river again.
Bruh.
On this side is the city, he thought, and on that, the wilderness.
diarrhea, the farmer's milk that go.
He turned. Butcher's Crossing lay small and unreal before him. He walked slowly back toward the town on the road, his feet scuffing the dust, his eyes watching the puffs of dust that his feet went beyond.
Foot Clan, let's go. Chapter 5, guys.
Late on the sixth day following his departure from Butcher's Crossing, Miller returned. In his room, Andrews heard shouts on the street below him, heard the thump of heavy feet. Above these sounds, muffled by the distance, came the crack of a whip and the deep-throated howl of a driver.
I heard the little horse growling in
Andrews
that
came
house over
to
there.
his feet and stripped.
Remember,
The little whore was crying in the house over there.
We did all this just to get women for Alinde?
no, that's just a bonus. This village is riddled with rebels. Make sure they don't have homes to come back to. There are fire bottles over there. Use them to burn down some of these houses.
And what makes you think I'd do that?
Like Surfer?
Find Javier Escuela, don't you? John, you're helping Mexico. Vámonos, muchachos. Buen trabajo. Yo me quedo aquí para vigilar el gringo, Capitán de Santa.
Ha-ho, the Dario, the rat gets.
Rode to the window. He leaned
Pick
out
up some fireballs.
toward the eastern approach to the town. A great cloud of dust hung upon the air, moved forward, and dissipated itself in its forward movement. Out of the dust trotted a long line of oxen. The heads of the lead team were thrust downward, and the two beasts towed in toward each other, so that occasionally their long curving horns clashed, causing both beasts to shake their heads and snort.
Ghost needs to listen to his nursery rhymes and calm down. Yep.
Very near the town, the lead oxen passing
Burning down the town. Burning down the house, buddy.
scarcely visible to the townspeople who stood about the sidewalks, and to Will Andrews, who waited above them. The wagon was long.
Isn't that beautiful?
You really are pathetic.
You need to relax. Come back to the villa and sample some of the new girls before they spoil.
Whoa. It's very symbolic. New items are available to purchase. How much you purchase these nuts? For a one-time fee of $19.99, you can have all these audiobooks and these nuts on Audible. This stream is powered by Audible.
Shallow, and it curved downward toward the center, so that it gave the fleeting appearance of a flat-bottomed boat supported by massive wheels. Faded blue
It's how I keep calm. Lol, listen to nursery rhymes and think about giant breastises.
Slow turning spokes near the centers of the scarred massive wheels. A heavy man in a checked shirt sat high and low on the wagon box seat, clipped near the front. In his right hand was a long bullwhip, which he cracked above the ears of the lead team. His left hand pulled heavily against an upright handbrake, so that the oxen, which moved forward under his whip, were restrained by the heavy weight of the wagon above its half-locked.
Ha-ho, Dario, the
Beside
fat
the
sack
wagon,
gets the
slouched
milk.
in his saddle, Miller rode a black horse.
Miller
He led another
Miller on a black horse.
saddled but riderless. The procession passed
Like,
the hotel.
isn't that just like fucking Judge? Judge was a bad man on a black horse. Like all the Western tropes, you know?
Andrews watched it go beyond the livery stable, beyond the blacksmith shop, and out of town. He watched until he could see little but the moving cloud of dust made brilliant and impenetrable by the light of the falling sun. And he waited until the dust cloud stopped and thinned.
You're right, Judge Holden. That was his name, was Judge Holden, so he did have a name. Judge Holden Jakes. But, like, the other main character, we just see him as the kid for a certain amount of time, as from when he's an adolescent to when he's a man. And then in the later final chapters, like they refer to him as the man. So he's just like this ambiguous character who doesn't even, like, it's supposed to be you or it's supposed to be fucking Cormac McCuck, whatever the fuck his name was, the Glanton gang. Yeah, Glantons. Yeah, they did have the Glanton gang. I do remember that. So there's a lot of similarities in it, you know. Your rage is reminding me to go to the dispensary later. Alright, well, you have fun there, go and do that. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go take a piss, and I'm gonna smoke a little cigarette. I'm gonna go outside and smoke a little cigarette, and I'll be right back. So you can check out the stars and shit. What time is it on the game? Not in real life. It's like 11. Ghost can't smoke. He's getting a new job at SpaceX. No, not SpaceX technically, but Tesla. Tesla, hopefully. I'd have to go to Austin, which kind of sucks. He's literally a rocket scientist. Well, I'm basically a genius, bro. That's what the fact of the matter is. And I just hide my genius intelligence behind being a retarded ignoramus that streams. Alright. Well, he's still smoking Sid's cig, so he should calm down. I'll be right back, okay? How about that? How about I was gonna say something rude, but no. Not gonna be rude. Alright. Here you go.
Away down in the hollow of the river. Then he went back to his bed and lay upon it, his palms folded beneath the back of his head, and stared up at the ceiling. He was still staring at the ceiling, at the random flickerings of light upon it, an hour later, when Charlie Hodge knocked at his door and entered without waiting for a reply. He paused just inside the room. His figure was shadowy and vague, enlarged by the dim light that came from the hall. "What are you lying here in the dark for?" he asked. "Waiting for you to come up and get me," Andrews said. He lifted his legs over the side of the bed and sat upright on its edge. "I light the lamp," Charlie Hodge said. He moved forward in the darkness. "Where is it?" "On the table near the window." He pulled a match across the wall beside the window. The match flared yellow. With the hand that held the match, he lifted the smoked chimney from the lamp, set it down on the table, touched the match to the wick, and replaced the chimney. The room brightened as the wick's burning grew steadier, and the flickerings from the out-of-doors were submerged. Charlie Hodge dropped the burnt match to the floor. "I guess you know Miller's back in town?" Andrews nodded. "I saw the wagon as it came past. Who was with him?" "Fred Schneider," Charlie Hodge said. "He's going to be our skinner. Miller's worked with him before." Andrews nodded again. "I suppose Miller got everything he needed." "Everything's ready," Charlie Hodge said. "Miller and Schneider are at Jackson's. Miller wants you to come over so we can get everything settled." "All right," Andrews said. "I'll get my coat." "Your coat?" Charlie Hodge asked. "Boy, if you're cold now, what are you going to do when we get up in the mountains?" Andrews smiled. "I'm not cold. I'm just in the habit of wearing it." "A man loses lots of habits in time," Charlie Hodge said. "Come on, let's go." The two men left the room and went down the stairs. Charlie Hodge went a few steps in front of Andrews, who had to hurry to keep up with him. He walked with quick, nervous strides, and his thin, drawn-in shoulders jerked upward with his steps. Miller and Schneider were waiting at the long, narrow bar of Jackson's. They stood at the bar with glasses of beer in front of them. A light mantle of dust clung about the shoulders of Schneider's red-checked shirt, and the ends of his straight, bristling brown hair, visible beneath a flat-brimmed hat, were caked white with trail dust.
Bro, Chauncey, I'm not even lying to you. I think it's the same fucking narrator that narrated Blood Meridian. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you, bro. I think it's the same fucking narrator. But one thing I will say I hate about Austin is that, like, it's our state capital, right? And it's where the Alamo is. And it's just, like, the biggest faggot hole in Texas. That's why I'm only on YouTube, and even that's too much, bro. Yeah, sounds the same. Like, Austin's cool because that's where the Alamo is, but it's like the biggest fucking... Their thing is like, keep Austin weird. Like, yeah, let's keep Austin weird. Let's, like, walk around, ride on bikes naked with, like, neon lights and, like, a pack of, like, 200 nudists. Like, fuck off, you fucking weirdos. Like, you know, keep Austin weird. Oh, you know, it's like, I think they got dispensaries and stuff there that they could smoke. But, man, fuck Austin. Well, no, not fuck Austin, because it's the capital. And it's got the Alamo. And one thing I'll tell you about the Alamo that's really cool, because I've been there twice. Ozzy Osbourne pissed on it, and he got banned from Texas, like Shaggy's banned from Texas. Forge Gang actually got Shaggy banned from Texas, just so you know. And, but yeah, the Alamo's there. Ozzy pissed on it. We got Shaggy banned from Texas. And what else? Oh, something cool about the Alamo. So when you go in the Alamo, right? Like, you go in and you're expecting to see, like, you know, some cool shit. Like, you know, like a museum kind of thing, right? It kind of is, but it's not. Like, you see, like, all these, like, you can go walk in the room that David Bowie, fuck! Not David Bowie, James Bowie was in, that the Bowie knife is named after. You can go into where they killed James Bowie and, like, go outside in the courtyard, kinda, where they, like, have a cafe and shit now. Like, where they fucking killed, like, Davy Crockett and, like, Johnny Appleseed and, like, the Navajos that were helping them fight and shit. There's just, like, a fucking cafe, like, kind of area there now. But it's like, you walk in the fucking Alamo and it smells like a fucking library. I shit you not. It smells like, if you've been to a library, you know the smell. It smells like books, and it smells old. Unless it's like a college library, then it smells like fucking, like, clean air. My dad had the Centennial Randall Bowie knife. Nice. So you walk in, and it's just like, you smell like books and like dust, and it's just kind of like, you see all these, like, stalls, like, along, and like islands of like merchandise, just like merchandise everywhere, merchandise all over the fucking place. It's like, whoa, I thought I was coming to, like, a museum or something. You know, I thought I was coming to, like, a fucking, you know, fucking historical monument, which it is. But it's like, bro, what the fuck is this? There's, like, buy Texas flags and fucking all this bullshit. Not just in a gift shop. Not in, like, a gift shop. Like, if you ever been to, like, one of them fucking, swap trade meets, that's what it fucking looks like inside. I don't know, I haven't been in years. But, like, fuck, bro. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. Yes, remember the Alamo, bro. Vote no to legalizing weed and gambling in Texas. Fuck that shit.
The two men turned as Charlie Hodge and Will Andrews came.
We don't need no degenerate gambling in Texas. You can go across the border to Oklahoma or fucking Louisiana or to fucking Vegas. But we don't want your fucking gambling here, faggot.
Down the room toward them.
We have Gettysburg
Miller's
up here.
thin lips curved upward in a tight smile. A precise swath of black beard shadowed the heavy lower half of his face. Well, he said softly, did you think?
This might be the last chapter I do today, because It's 30 minutes long. It's 30 minutes long. I'll try to go 2 hours. What time is it? 11. I'll probably finish this chapter and end it. You can buy bullets. You can buy bullets because there are millions of them that were fired. Yeah, bro, it's something like that. Yeah, you know, and it's just like, oh man, like, what the fuck? It's just like bye, 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 bye. It's not like, you know, this is the Alamo. This stream is powered by Audible. Audible has all the greatest books like Butcher's Crossing by John Williams that you can find. It also has Mein Kampf, the Ford edition. Try to calm down, Ghost. Game time. Alright, yeah, bro. Sorry, my bad. My bad, bro. My busy, bro. Skibbity Riz, Ohio, brought to you by Audible.
Coming back? Andrew smiled. No, I knew you'd be back. Well,
7 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Andrews extended his hand and Schneider took it. Schneider's hand clasp was loose.
BRB, I'm to speak
He
now.
shook Andrew's hand once with a quick pumping motion.
Stress free's the way to be. It's true.
His face was round, and though the lower part was covered with the light brown stubble, the whole face gave the appearance of being smooth and featureless. His eyes were wide and blue, and they regarded Andrews from beneath heavy, sleepy lids. He was a man of medium height, thickly built.
Thickly
Gave
built.
the immediate impression of being at all times watchful, alert, and on his guard. He wore a small pistol in a black leather holster hung high on his waist. Miller drained the last of his beer from his glass. Let's go in the big room where we can sit down, he said, wiping a bit of foam from his lips with a forefinger. The others nodded. Schneider stood aside and waited for them to pass through the side door. Then he followed, closing the door carefully behind him.
This waiting time shit's for the birds. What is this, Shinmu? Oh, fuck.
Took a table near the stairs. Schneider sat with his back to the stairs facing the room. Andrews sat in front of him. Charlie Hodge was at Andrews' left and Miller was at his right. Miller said, on my way back from the river, I stopped in and saw McDonald. He'll buy our hides from us. That'll save us paying.
I really want to post a vid dunking on Euros, but it'll probably swap me for defamation. Well, send it to me, bro. Send me the link. Send me the link, bud. I'll post it. I'll post it.
Back in Ellsworth. How much will it
Post his pic saying FBI's most wanted Pato.
$4 a piece for prime hides, Miller said. He's got a buyer for prime hides back east.
Prime Hodge, you hear that?
How much for summer hides? You won't find any prime skins for another 3 months. Miller turned to Andrews. I haven't made any arrangements with Schneider, and I haven't told him where we're going. I thought I ought to wait till we all
You
got
do not have a horse? What do you mean?
Andrews nodded. All right, he said.
You mean I don't have a horse? He was just there.
Miller said. Charlie, see if you can find somebody to bring us back a pitcher of beer and some whiskey.
I need your horse, bro.
Raked his chair back on the floor and went swiftly across the room. Did you make out all right at Ellsworth? Andrews asked. Miller nodded. Got a good buy on the wagon. Some of the
Oh,
others
shit.
haven't been broken in. A couple of them need to be shot, but the lead team is a good one, and the rest of them will be broke in after the first few days. Did you have enough money? Miller nodded again. Got a little left over you. I found you a nice horse. I rode it all the way back.
Well, I don't have a horse.
Up here's some whiskey for Charlie, a few sides of bacon, and you got any rough clothes? I can pick some up tomorrow, Andrew said. I'll tell you what you need. Schneider looked sleepily at the two men. Where are we going? Charlie Hodge came across the room.
Fuck, I just need a fucking horse, bro.
With a pitcher, bottle, and glasses upon it, Francine weaved among the tables. Charlie Hodge sat down, and Francine put put
The
the
fuck
bottle
is
of whiskey
this?
and the pitcher of beer in the center of the table and put the glasses in front of the man.
My horse is right
He
there.
smiled at Andrews and turned to Miller. Did you bring me where they asked for it from Hillsford? Yeah, Miller said. I'll give it to you later. You sit at another table for a while, Francine. We got business to talk over. Francine nodded.
Get out of here, woman.
Where another
The men are
man
speaking.
was sitting. Andrews watched her until she sat down. When he turned, he saw that Schneider's eyes were still upon her. Schneider blinked slowly once and turned his eye.
Okay, so now we're introduced to Schneider. Not Rob Schneider from The Animal. Or those other movies no one remembers. Alright? I can't even reference right now. Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo. Okay? Not that Schneider. This is Schneider. He's the Skinner. He's the Skinner of the hides. Okay? Of the buffalo hides.
As to Andrews, Andrews looked away. All of the men except Charlie Hodge held their glasses with beer. He took the bottle of whiskey before him, uncorked.
Oh, I need a
let
drink
the
for
pale
dying.
amber
God.
gurgle into his glass nearly to the brim. Where are we going? Schneider asked again. Miller set his glass of beer to his lips and drank in long, even swallows. He put the glass on the table and turned it with his heavy fingers.
7 a.m. and 10.
We're going to the mountain country, Miller said. The mountain country.
Oh, it's 12 o'clock.
Put his glass on the table.
So I need to go over here. Need to go opposite.
Up in the Colorado territory.
Need to go Chuparosa.
Miller said. You know the country. I know
Or
it.
Pesser Azul.
He nodded for several moments without speaking.
Let's go.
Well, I guess I ain't lost much time. I can get a good night's sleep and start back for Ellsworth early tomorrow morning. Miller did not speak. He took his glass up and finished his beer and sighed deeply.
$150? Fuck that. That shithole? You kidding me?
Schneider asked. You can find plenty of buffalo 34 miles from here. Summer hides, Miller said. Thin as paper and just about as strong. Schneider snorted. What the hell do you care? You can get good money for them. Fred, Miller said, we worked together before. I wouldn't lead you into something that wasn't good. I got a herd staked out. Nobody knows anything about it except me. We can get back 1,000 hides easy, maybe more. You heard McDonald. $4 a piece for prime hides. That's $4,000. $600 for your
$4,000?
a damn sight better than you'll do anywhere else around here. Schneider nodded. If there's buffalo where you say there is, how long has it been since you've seen this herd? It's been some time, Miller said, but that don't worry me. It worries me, said Schneider. I know for a fact you ain't been in the mountain country for 8-9 years, maybe longer. Charlie's going, Miller said, and Mr. Andrews here is going. He even put up the money. Charlie will do anything you tell him to, Schneider said.
Charlie Hodge is kind of like the retard that follows the judge around. Whoa, bro, why are there so many fucking wolves?
I won't argue with you, Fred. Miller poured himself another glass of beer. But it seems like you're letting me down. You can find
Let me down, bud.
You ain't got as much sense as I had. You're the best there is, Miller said. And for this trip, I wanted the best. Hell, Schneider said. He reached for the pitcher of beer. It was almost empty. He held it up and called to Francine. Francine got up from the table where she was sitting, took the pitcher, and left without speaking. Schneider took the bottle of whiskey from in front of Charlie Hodge and poured several fingers of it into his beer glass. He drank it in 2 gulps, grimacing at the burning. It's too much of a gamble, he said. We'll be gone 2 months, maybe 3. We might have nothing to show for it. It's been a long time since you've seen them buffalo. The country changed in 8 or 9 years. We won't be gone more than a month and a half or 2 months, Miller said. I got fresh young oxen. They should make near 30 miles a day going and maybe 20 coming back. They might make 15 going and 10 coming if you pushed them right hard.
Whoa there.
The day's long this time of year. Notice that. The country's nearly level right up where we're going, and there's water all along the way.
My sister's keeper?
No pesa mucho.
Está bien, mamá. Está bien.
Señor Marston. Mamá, papá, este es el gringo que me salvó.
Muchas gracias. My family's indebted to you. Forgive my English.
What's happening?
I will
Great
not.
and terrible things. The revolution is coming. The country will be in turmoil once more. This time, we hope it's the last time.
Does that seem likely?
I'm gonna go piss.
With Abraham Reyes, anything is possible.
Where's your family going?
My parents and my brother are headed to the hills. My sister has to flee. The army have an unfortunate way of treating women.
And you?
Don't worry about me, Mr. Marston. I'm living in history. I'm not afraid to die.
Your nobility's almost as affecting as your naivete.
I would rather be dead than a cynic like you, Mr. Marston.
I would too.
I know you're not really like that. You saved me.
Luisa, ¿quién va a salvar a Miranda? Tenemos que llevar al puerto. Su barco sale al anochecer. No queda tiempo.
Mr. Marston, can I ask one more favor of you? Can you take my sister to the docks? We are sending her to work for a kind man in the Yucatan. She's too young for revolution.
Okay. Anything I can do to help out?
The boat leaves at sundown. Miranda, vamos.
Oh, Dios, Miranda. Ten cuidado. Adiós. Te amo.
Imperator reports! Let's go! What? Get in the driver's seat of the stagecoach, alright. Oh.
We do not have much time.
We don't have much time!
Let's go.
Alright.
Before I change my mind.
Oh, okay, well, I'm trying to get back to Audible right now, bitch.
Snyder said.
Fuck!
Miller did not speak.
Let's go!
Right.
Hard!
I'll go. But no share. I'm taking no chances. I'll take $60 a month straight, starting the day we leave here.
Snyder says, I want $60 a month, flat. Or I ain't going on no fucking 2-month Buffalo expedition.
¡Paren! ¡Papeles! Este camino está prohibido.
What do they want now? Act normal. It's nothing to worry about.
Act normal.
Conozco. Eres un pinche rebelde. ¡Disparen! ¡No les dejen escapar!
How can they do this?
Bruh, what the fuck?
Diablos!
Finally done with that. Well, I just fucking died. I'm gonna go smoke like the rest of my cigarette, bro. I'm going to smoke the rest of my fucking cigarette. Finish this chapter. I'm in the stream. Shoot the rabbit. Like the I pick blown up. Law eat lead with queeros. That's pretty. Oh, and post his pic saying he's the FBI's most wanted pedophile. Finally done with that. Alright, well, let's see, what's going on right now? This stream is powered by Audible. Thank you for Audible for sponsoring this stream. Just want to say that. Where'd my fucking book go? Oh, there it is.
And then the day we get back.
Okay, so Snyder, Andrews, Charlie Hodge, and Miller are all trying to talk about the expedition and what needs to be done, how much they're getting paid, how long they're going to be gone, XYZ. Okay, so that's what you need to know. Butcher's Crossing by John Williams, which there's also
brother has given us his stagecoach. They are good horses. It is not too far. I will show you the way.
¡Paren! ¡Papeles! Este camino está prohibido.
Keep going! Faster, señor! Dios mío! That wagon is going straight towards the soldiers! Take a left here. Stay away from them. This is a very bad idea. Go! Go! They will kill us! The army is everywhere looking for rebels. We need to avoid any checkpoints we see. I see more of them. Go right here. Por Dios! Don't stop now. Go through it. Cielos! I see more by the train track. Go to the right. Go! Get away from them! Get rid of them! We cannot lead them to the others! ¡Oh, Dios! ¡Dios libre! Emilio works as a driver. We will take his stagecoach. Maleducado. Let's go, before I change my mind.
¡Paren! ¡Papeles! Este camino está prohibido.
What do they want now? Act normal. It's nothing to worry about.
Te conozco. Eres un...
Hurry! Hurry! Is that an army checkpoint? What is that wagon doing? Oh, man! We will have to find another way. Salva de Dios! Did you see that? Por el amor de Dios! I will show you the way. We must be careful to avoid the army, or they will kill us both. My brother has given us his stagecoach. They are good horses. It is not too far. I will show you the way. Dios mío! That wagon is going straight towards the soldiers! Take a left here. Stay away from them. This is a very bad idea! Madre de Dios! The army is everywhere looking for rebels. We need to avoid any checkpoints we see.
Come on, come on!
I see more of them! Go right, here! ¡Van a pudrir en el infierno! Don't go around! You can make it! ¡Por Dios! I see more by the train tracks. Go to the right. ¡Que viva esta! Must not reveal the location of the boat. Another roadblock, senor! Take a left here! ¡Cielos! Take a right here! Take a left here. Don't let them stop us now! We are nearly there! Look! Over there! They are still here! Gracias a Dios! We made it in time! Thank you for everything. Will I see you when I return?
Not likely. I ain't planning on staying very long.
In some other life, then.
Maybe. You should get going. Travel safely. go! Whoa there! Come on! Easy.
Hola! Welcome to my store.
Hello, Fred.
Buenos dias, senor. I see you know your guns. Well, senor, this is not bad at all. Conforme. A todo tu servicio. No te muestro merced como dice el coronel. I am at your service.
No toleramos la traición de la patria. ¿Cómo te va?
As you like. Hola.
There. That's what I got.
Thank you for visiting my tienda. The cabachos. They always asking me.
Buenas, ¿se siente enfermo?
Howdy.
Veremos si esto te ayuda. A sus órdenes.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Vuélvame a ver si eso no le funciona. ¿Cómo está usted? Buenas. ¿Qué tal usted?
¿Todo bien? ¿Qué tal?